And that's what you touch on in chapter 4 of your book, right? From self-awareness to who we are together to building cultures, right? So now let's look at it at an organizational level, right? Advice for organizations that are wanting to build this culture of heart-centered leadership. What would you say to them?
Do it. It's sitting here waiting for you. It's free.
It takes courage, though.
Yes. Unfortunately, in our culture today, it does take courage. But we're all longing for it. Just start one person at a time. Just start being yourself. Step out. You know, the way our organizational structures are done, we create these hierarchies, and then we give titles, and then we give positions, and then we give offices. There's so much armor around our positions. Just step out in front of your desk, step out of your office, put your armor down, put your title down. Just be a human being. This is not rocket science. Stop being afraid. Choose love. That's all it is. We keep our armor on all the way to the top of a country or the top of a Fortune 500 company because we're protecting ourselves.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Be courageous enough to just show up as the unique, beautiful human being you are and choose love. Let go of fear. You know, I like things simple. And one of the things I do with myself is when I'm in a situation, I ask myself this question: am I operating from love or am I operating from fear? I know what to do given the answer. It's not complicated.
I love this quote you say in your book. You say, what we tolerate becomes our culture. What we affirm becomes our legacy.
I can't stand it. I have a Kleenex.
It's okay. It's okay. We're just about being raw on this podcast.
I wanted to give you a Kleenex.
No, let's keep on rolling. Because in the manufacturing industry, right?
I have one someplace.
There's so much. It's so much about conformity, right?
Yes.
And so then originality is not rewarded. It's not recognized, right? So if you've stayed this long on the podcast, I would hope that we have changed your thinking. But for the final skeptics that are still listening here, right? How do you kind of pull that and muster up that courage then to be original and not conform? Especially in manufacturing.
Yeah, so I think there's some myths about manufacturing because...
Or even tech.
But I think there's some myths. So let's pick manufacturing because manufacturing is a really demanding environment, especially, for example, semiconductor manufacturing, right? I mean, we're working at submicron specs. We're all in full hooded gowns. You know, we're literally, those factories are producing, $2 and $3 million, if not more, an hour. If you have a minute shutdown or 30-minute shutdown, imagine, right? The other factor about, for example, a semiconductor factory is, it's ultra high purity. Yeah. Any speck, you can lose an IC on a silicon wafer. And here's a fun fact. For a 300 millimeter analog factory, that takes anywhere from 40 to 80 days to make one integrated circuit, just on the front end silicon part. That circuit goes through between 40 and 80 days of processing and goes through, say, 300 process steps over that period of time. Lots of robotics involved, but lots of human beings involved too. And if one person has a fight with their spouse and comes in and is off and does something wrong, you can lose a whole cassette of wafers, which could be 5,000 ICs, if not more, in that cassette. And those factories run at 98 and 99% yield. It is the ultimate team sport. An NFL team, number 1 and number 2 in the Super Bowl, does not have to sustain that kind of perfection for 40 to 80 days. Think about that. And yet these people, many of whom are just high school graduates, manufacturing specialists, do that day after day, week after week, month after month, years, careers. Still the people. And a wafer fab, the biggest wafer fab I ran had 1,400 people in it. And it was like being a mayor of a small town. All the human issues you could think of happened in the wafer fab. How much more important. We followed specs. We followed processes. We tracked safety. We tracked quality. We were cycle time per day, cost per wafer. These are all metrics we measured every single day, every moment. But those are outcomes. It's still people who are producing those outcomes. And if you have a great, fun town to work in, where people love each other and care about each other, versus a toxic, scary, blameful, protect yourself town, who you think is going to produce better results? Yeah. It is so obvious to me. I can't understand why we do it any other way, because the other way just doesn't work. I think we're satisfied with suboptimal results.
Well, as we kind of close out here, Shaunna, I want to end with love and legacy, right? Our show is called Tech Legacies. So tell us about what you see as the power of love in these corporate environments.
I think love heals. I think love brings people together. I think love raises the bar. I think people on teams that are filled with love want to do their very best for each other, not because of a certain pay or a certain security. It's because I love this person and I want to give this person my best self. I think, Jim Collins talks about in his book, he talks about the flywheel effect. And he did talk about the level 5 leader, and he was once asked, is a level 5 leader similar to the description of a servant leader? He said yes. I think that in these environments, it gets to the point where the leader sort of steps out of the circle and can operate as a coach and a guide to the team, because the relationship between the team is so important to each other that they're just out there helping their team be the very best. And I saw that in my consulting work. Yeah. Because this is the kind of work that I did with clients, transforming a team. into high performance. You will never get high performance from a toxic, scary environment.
Yeah.
You just never will. People will, they'll contribute, but you'll never get that heart, soul, and mind.
Well, I look at our conversation as an example of that, Shaunna. I mean, yes, I get teary, but I think
That makes
I've
two. That
learned-
makes two of us, Fanny.
I've learned that that's okay, though,
I'm glad.
and not to be apologetic about
No.
it, because I think we are powerful when we're rooted in love, when we're rooted in no armor. The walls are all down.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And the tears are just like a physical reaction almost.
The tears are joy.
Yeah. And like, because
Tears are joy.
I'm tingling because like I think we do need more heart-centered
We do.
leadership so that everybody can feel seen, heard, and then they all perform better.
Well,
with a common goal, common vision.
But more than that, think about how much time we spend at work.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine what people who work in teams that they love, doing work that they love, how they go home?
Yeah.
They take that love home to their families and into their community. People that hate their job and have to protect themselves and worry about being blamed and worried about getting caught, who you think they are going home?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And what do you think they're doing out in their community or on social media? There is
100%.
so much anger in our country today. I think these teams can be so healing to people.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage people to do work differently.
Yeah.
Bring humanity back to work. Because it just has seemed to me that the last couple of years, we have forgotten about humanity at work.
Shaunna, what do you want your legacy to be?
Love. Love. And people being able to be their unique, beautiful, authentic self.
Yeah.
And not hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Not leave it outside the door.
Well, I think you're living, walking, talking your legacy right now, Shaunna.
Thank you.
Everyone out there, be sure to get Leading with Heart by Shaunna Black. As you can see here, Shaunna and I have a deep, deep friendship.
We do. And it means so much to me that you this was your idea.
Yeah.
And thank you for inviting me to talk about this book because it does mean so much to me. And it does feel like in this crazy time that we're living that somehow I'm called to be the voice of this.
And I got to wipe my tears before I say my closing here. And we're going to show this all.
Yeah.
You guys can see it all.
Yeah.
I really wanted people to experience this conversation.
Well, I knew they would if it was you and me because this is where we go.
Because I think we need more of this in our world. I think we need more open conversations.
We do. Safety.
Safe conversations. Mm-hmm. I don't judge you. You don't judge me. And leading with love, helping others win, seeing the strengths and light in others.
Celebrating their victories.
100%. Admitting our mistakes.
Oh, gosh. How freeing is
open
that?
And honest with our mistakes and our failures. And I really hope that people in the audience can take away from this conversation that we can be like this.
Yes.
And it's not weakness.
No.
In fact, I feel very powerful.
Yes.
I feel very strong. I feel very rooted.
Yes.
And I think you do too,
I do
Shaunna.
too.
And then
I
we
could
can
keep talking to you all day.
and then we can go on and create amazing things in the world
and
with this kind of mindset.
And think about what this does for our children and our grandchildren.
Yes.
And the next 7 generations. I mean, we can make this kind of society.
100%.
It's just choice.
And just do it, like you said.
Love,
and
not
be courageous.
fear. Love, not fear.
Yeah. Thank you, Shaunna.
My pleasure.
Thank you to our audience. Thank you for watching it all the way to the end here, if you've made it here.
I love you, Fanny.
I love
really
you.
do. And I'm
love
so
you.
grateful that we had this conversation.
100%.